Today I would very much like to show you an indie puzzle platformer, which at first sight doesn't look very inviting judging by the reviews posted on its Steam store page, because in the topmost ones people say even things like that it was the worst purchase they made on Steam ever and stuff like that. So let's head out to explore whether it's true or not. And let's do this. So anyway, the game is called And Yet It Moves. This is how it begins when you start it. It is quite older now, but I do believe that it still has its originality, and in its own mechanics ages quite well, but I've only reached about half of the game, so maybe I haven't seen enough of it to judge it properly, and this is what you do. You're this paper guy who moves around the paper world and can rotate it as well or whatever, and this is pretty much all you do. Walk around, jump, and rotate the world. You can rotate it 90 degrees clockwise or completely around in 180 degrees. And as you might have seen a bit earlier, you can die from falling too fast, which is quite risky even when changing the direction, because you keep the momentum. So changing the direction won't really save you. Yeah, this obstacle is very familiar to me from the previous level, where it was used quite often. You just had to bounce on the flexible vine. I really appreciate that these checkpoints, which I've just passed, aren't very far from each other, so you can go straight to the next challenge when dying and don't have to repeat really anything at all. So yeah, apparently I'm supposed to jump at the right time, which I just did, and I need to jump to the next branch. I just did it like that. As you can see, the graphics may seem a little bit outdated, but I think it's just because it has its own individual style, which might not really suit anyone. And if I were to say for myself, I guess it looks pretty okay. Ooh. The part that doesn't really get my favors is the music, however, and sounds in this game overall, because as you can hear, the music in this game is pretty much non-existent. It just plays some random sounds on the background. Some of which don't even fit to the whole forest theme, I guess. They sound more like an experimental music of some sort, and not in a good way, really. Damn it. The other sound effects aren't very appealing either, because I don't even know what kind of thing makes the sound of this guy makes when dying in real life. So I can't really associate it with anything. Yeah, I did that without dying, so I can move to the next challenge. Yeah, this bouncing around is really getting quite annoying by now, because so far the game had a habit of coming up with new concepts constantly, which really made it quite enjoyable. So I hope this is the last time I'm bouncing on some lines when I get through this. I do hope I get through this soon enough. That seemed like a bad idea. So anyway, the overall forest theme seems quite nice, at least in my opinion. The previous one from the previous chapter was a cave-like environment, and I wonder what comes next, because the game has 3 chapters and this is about halfway through it. I'll try to focus a bit here so I can progress further. But what I can say in advance is that not all of the obstacles in this game consist of jumping and pretty much platforming related stuff. And also I can say that not all challenges take as many tries as this one, at least not for me. Yeah, I should probably bounce a bit higher to do this. So yeah, the challenge factor of this game is quite higher than average, but I still think it's quite fair, and you can do this if you focus hard enough and think in advance. So anyway, the game has won some awards in its time, and even has a pretty above average score on Metacritic. So as far as the opinion of critics goes, it can't really be too bad, but apparently they haven't been stuck at this section, so it doesn't really go at the favor of this game. Yeah, I'm dead now. A little stalking. Finally. So see, you only need some time to get the hang of it, and then it goes. Another one of these bouncing things. Yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid this. Yeah, that's probably not the right way to do. Cryptic. Yeah, that's probably what you have to do. And another checkpoint. So I don't have to do that one challenge again. The music's starting to get darker. Plot thickens. Yeah, anyway, the game doesn't really have any story at all. It just goes without words like this all the time. And I'm just being really stupid here because I can just rotate to the wall on the right and get this in a very safe way. And there's a critter even. This is the first time seeing this, which really goes to show how the game throws new stuff at you constantly. The funny thing is that when you die, the level doesn't get reset at all, as you could have seen a bit here. So you don't have to tackle the same setting over and over again. And you can get a bit of a headway when respawning, just like I did a few seconds ago. What's that even? Is it a horned gerbil? Anyway, this is like a fourth animal already that was shown in the game previously. There were bats and monkeys and chameleons. And now I should probably get this one to break that wall over there, but I'm not sure how to accomplish it. Probably by making him charge into air and then flipping him straight head first to the wall. That's just my guess. No, he just falls down when I flip into it. So yeah, wits are really important in this game. You have to look quite thoroughly at the problem it presents you. What if I made it charge down this road? Kinda like this, yeah. See, you only have to think about it for a while and then the solution becomes apparent. But I must admit that I probably hate to be stuck at some kind of an obstacle in this game. Probably the same approach is needed to conquer this challenge. Make it run and then flip it. I flipped too soon. Anyway, this is much more interesting than jumping at green vines, isn't it? I'm surprised I survived this. Yeah, I'm glad I made it through the checkpoint before it killed me. Yeah, and this is the end of the level. So I'm probably gonna look a bit ahead, then show you what else is there to do in this game, and then I'll let you make your own opinion on whether this game is worth a shot or not. So yeah, same environment here, and this is the same green vine I don't want to show you again. So anyway, when you take a look at the menu, you can see that there are some more modes to play, like replaying the levels you've already completed with some preset time limit, or making your own speed record in the speed run. There are also some modes I haven't unlocked yet, one of which gives you a limited number of rotations to complete the whole level, and another that gives you a limited amount of lives. So if you find out that you really like this game and want to play it even after this linear main game ends, you can enjoy some of these modes which will take your skills in it to the extreme. And I've also read that there are a few special levels that are really quite hardcore. So that's that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you find the game to be quite worthwhile, because as far as my opinion goes, I think it's quite enjoyable and very creative and stuff like that. So I suggest you to give it a try if you see it on a sale anytime. And what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to download the negative reviews on Steam store page, because I think they are really putting the game down while they really shouldn't. Thank you for watching.